Well, hello there, my fellow rushers. How you been doing today? King Rex here, and today we're gonna be doing yet another guide video. I know. Only the original Kingdom Rush. What are we doing? Well, I just enjoyed the original Kingdom Rush, especially now that I've been playing some champion difficulty, and we're gonna make another guide video. Now, this one was requested a while ago. I don't remember who actually sent it, but basically the person asked if I can do a Fungal Forest guide video, which, to be honest, I was kind of avoiding because this level actually scares me a lot because I've lost to it many times back in the day. But this time, I feel more comfortable. I can conquer it on veteran difficulty, no lives lost, with Malik. I was thinking about using Gerald, but Malik can do it. He has area damage, which we're gonna need. So yeah, let's see what do we have. Husks and more husks. Wow, so easy. So we're gonna do the good old start, which is obviously a Tesla coil. If you play the game normally, man, the best start is always the Tesla. Or at least, alright, in 95% of the time it's the Tesla. Let's not make it like this is the most OP thing ever created, because in my opinion it's not. It's the Battle Mech. Battle Mech Online! Anyway, that's not important. So yeah, what do you want to do is just start hacking away, man. Hack away. Let these guys get through, the Tesla will melt them. They're not too important. What we can do, however, is use the Rain of Fire pretty soon, so we're gonna do that. Just obliterate the crowd over there. Maybe get some lucky Rain of Fire droplets. If you do, then good. If you don't, whatever. Malik is at level 2, soon to be level 3. But here, we have Noxious Creepers, which is actually troublesome. So, what we wanna do? Oh yeah, we'll have husks on the top, but they're not threatening. As you can see, they have kind of slow movement speeds, and they don't cause too many issues at all. So what we want to do is block this guy, because he's actually a threat. Look at that. 1200 HP is not a joke. And on top of that, he also has 20 to 40 damage. And due to Malik's slow movement speed, I don't want to send him quite over there. I want to keep him here because these guys are getting pretty far, as you can see, even with the Tesla. And the Tesla is by far one of the best towers in this game, at least. I'm not gonna say that it's the best, but it's one of the best. As you can see, the Noxious Creepers are gone. But now we have husks. And that's something that I think I mentioned on my Rotten Forest guide video. If you see these green puddles, that means that whenever a unit dies, he's gonna turn into a husk, which gives you no bounty. And if an elemental dies, you get a swamp thing, so we'll try to avoid sorcerers as much as we can. I mean, we can still get them, but without the elemental, I guess they're still pretty good, so maybe we'll get them later. For now, the Tesla is carrying. The next wave is kind of easy, just a bunch of husks, so might as well send it. I just kinda got a little bit dozed off, so I forgot to send it early. You can send it early if you want to, for some extra gold, but believe me, usually it's better to just wait it out. Don't rush. Especially on this level. On this level you have to be focused, because anything can go wrong. Even a little husk can be an issue, even with the fully upgraded Tesla. So yeah, now, next thing on the list. What do we need? Well, that's a good question. Well, we can get quite a few things. We're gonna get an additional Tesla, but not quite yet. And it's gonna be on this spot, because it can hit both this side and this side at the same time. You may be thinking, why not put it here? Because I'm gonna be getting something else. Something that arguably has the same strength level as the Tesla. It's going to be the Ranger's hideout. Because if you wanna beat this level easily, you kinda need these towers. They're pretty good on this level, so we're gonna rain a fire over there. Just to clean up every husk. Get that Ranger hideout pretty soon. But on the next wave we have the new enemy, Rochrooms. They're so difficult that you only see them on this level. I mean, they don't look too tough at first glance. Only 600 health, 12 to 18 damage and no armor. So they seem pretty easy, right? Oh yeah, but consider this. They have reasonable movement speed. When they die, they explode and they poison your guys doing damage over time, which makes them, die pretty easily. And on top of that, there's also this issue where you have to defend all the way at the exit, and there's a lot of these guys on this level. So yeah, that's why we're using Malik, because he deals area damage. I mean, sure, we don't really need true damage all that much on this level, but still. If anything, it helps him out to level up faster because of the amount of husks that we face in the early game. What do we have here? 4 Noxious Creepers and more Noxious Creepers, so we have a total of 7 of them. And as you can see, we have to use the Ray of Fire because it's too close. Don't risk it, man. Don't risk it for a biscuit, otherwise you're losing lives. And I don't want you to lose lives, because I love you. And yeah, let's move on. Move on to the husk, to the noxious creepers. I was about to say husks again. My bad. Come on. As you can see, about 300 health, shaved off already, 400. And the health is his health bar is going down, that's for sure. So yeah, now what we want to do is just pack out the ones at the top. We packed out this one because, you know, he was coming up earlier. But now we're gonna pack out this one with Malik. And we're gonna pack this one up with the reinforcements to help him out. And then, we'll use the Rain of Fire whenever it's ready. Whenever it's ready, we're using it and we're obliterating. Is it time to obliterate? I feel like it is. Obliterate! Yep, everything is fine. These guys are gone, now we have to worry about the top side. We're gonna let this guy go, because he's kind of separated away from them. These guys are pretty close to each other, so Malik can get more usage out of his group damage abilities. And yeah, we're gonna upgrade Rat of the Forest up to tier 3, as per usual. That's a no-brainer move. And we're gonna start moving a little bit, just a little bit. Can we stun them at least? Let's see, Malik, can you stun? Yeah, you can. Now we're gonna move you out of the way because, you know, this guy is getting pretty close to my exit and I want some reliable blocker. Even though he has no... Not to think about it, you have barely any health. So regenerate a little bit, just a little bit, and now get back in the action. What do we have here? Rotshroom, Tainted Treant, and Rotshroom. Easy. Bring them on. Well, at least it should be easy. Now that we have Rat of the Forest. But still, don't underestimate the Rotshrooms too much. Sure, they're not as threatening now, because we have some stalling power, but they can still overwhelm you easily, and you don't want to underestimate these things, because they can easily destroy you when you're not looking. Believe me, I lost to them many times, because I didn't use my Rain of Fire on them. Even though you may be thinking that, there's little baby mushrooms, like, they're just like 5 Rotshrooms. How hard could it be? Well, believe me, it could get pretty rough. So yeah, we obliterated the top side because they were grouped up, and now we just have to hopefully survive this. Can we survive it? With Rat of the Forest, yes, but if Rat of the Forest wasn't here, we will be lagging for sure. What do we have here? Husk, Husk, easy. Husk, Treant, alright, and more Treants. So we're gonna need some magic damage, you say? Well, we're gonna get some, don't worry about it. We will be getting a good old Sorcerer right about here. I know it's a little bit of a weird spot, but believe me, we're gonna want him up over there. Oh, Malik is at 2 HP, lol. Alright, move you out of the way. That's kind of the issue with him, he has a pretty large aggro range, but whatever, we can work with it. I've used you many times before, I know how you function. I know you like the back of my hand. Anyway, now for the Treants. What you want to do is when you see these two, block them, so you can group them up with the other two and obliterate them with the Rain of Fire. So you can have an easy time when they come, when they inevitably come back to your defense at the exit, you're gonna have a little bit of an easier time taking them down. Because as you can see, they have high armor, and they're not going down very easily. What do we have here? Husk, Husk, and Husk. Wow, this is actually an easy wave. Is it foreshadowing something awful that's gonna come on the wave after it? Probably yes. So let's not spend our money on everything so we're gonna save up. We'll save up our money to see what's gonna happen after wave 8. Because usually when you have such an easy wave, the wave after is pretty rough. At least that's what I've been noticing. Malik, I don't know what to say about him. He's just doing his thing, man. Just stalling, doing some damage, using his area damage abilities, helping us out. Yeah, he's fine. Now we're gonna relax. Just take a sip of water and look at this. Look at our defense just working wonders. You know what? I feel so confident that I'm even gonna send Malik at the top. I'm not gonna keep him at the choke point. We're gonna keep a couple reinforcements, you know, just to confirm that nothing leaks. Because, you know, this is an NLL guide video after all. If I lose a life, then the NLL part is completely gone. Alright, now we want to keep Malik kind of up in here. I'm doing this just to give him some extra experience, but if you're lazy, you can keep him at the back. and do nothing. But an efficient a player that wants to get the most out of their hero will probably want to engage them in combat. So we're trying to keep him grouped up with everybody just so he can use his secondary ability, because it requires at least 3 enemies in radius in order to be triggered. So you want to keep him around a lot of enemies, so he can use it more frequently and level up faster. Because, you know, they do true damage, so armor doesn't matter. Alright, boom, kapowie, and yeah, the next wave is about to start, so let's see. What do we have? Rush Room and Rush Room, so we have 20 Rush Rooms, that's a lot. And 2 Swamp Things, uh-oh. I knew that this was foreshadowing something bad, so we're gonna get a Polymorph, good old insta-kill, and we're gonna get an additional insta-kill, because why not? Now this one will be in a little bit of an odd spot, it will be right about here, and it's gonna be not a Sorcerer. It's gonna be an Arcane Wizard. So yeah, we want to get the reinforcements, get another setup pretty soon, and yeah. Alright, the insta-kill was kinda wasted, but that's okay. The insta-kill will recharge. Now what we want to do is send Malik over there. We want him to keep track of the thingy. You don't want this Swamp Thing to get out of radius. That's what you don't want to happen. So we're gonna keep him up in here. Damage a few Rush Rooms with our damage, area damage abilities, and yeah, one of them is already gone. As you can see, we're working wonders. Now here it's gonna get kind of scary. That's what I'm gonna say. It's scary. As you can see, we have quite a lot of mushrooms coming in over there, trying to obliterate me. But keep your composure, guys. As long as you're keeping your composure, you will be fine. As you can see, the Swamp Things should have been a huge threat, but since we were prepared for them, we annihilated them. Now, we could have also rain fired these Rush Rooms a little bit sooner, but that's okay. And we don't want to do it because look at what we have on the next wave. Even more of them. We have 6, 12, yeah, we have a lot. So, because of that, actually, ooh, they're actually pretty close to my accent. I don't like that. Yeah, we're gonna need more artillery. That's for sure. So we're gonna get another Tesla. You can get Big Bertha if you want, but then again, the issue is that the level is very barrack restrictive. So Big Bertha will not be very effective. The only way I can see Big Bertha being good is if you can use a lot of barracks in order to group up every enemy and just obliterate them all with one big blast. One big kaboom, if you want to. And yeah, the Rat of the Forest is actually very helpful, because it's our best stalling tool that we can use, hence why we're using it. Because if Rat of the Forest wasn't here, if we just got another Tesla, it'll be much harder. Believe me. Trust me on this one, guys, it will be much harder. You may be laughing at me right now, but that's the way it is. Alright, now, we wanna wait. I know, you're looking at these trees and you're like, why did you stall them? Well, I don't know, I just did it. Why should I? Sometimes I do that, I just stun a bunch of enemies, stun lock them for a while. Why not? Wow, this level is actually not too bad now. Yeah, besides the early game, this level is not too bad. It's kind of like Pandemonium. It has the same issue as Pandemonium, where it's very hard in the early game to not lose any lives, especially when you first encounter the Rush Rooms, but later on, it's kind of easy. However, there is one wave that gets pretty intense, so we have to look after it. What do we have here? 3 Swamp Things and Husk and 3 more Swamp Things, so we have 6 Swamp Things. That's why we're gonna get a death ray over there. Now we're gonna insta-kill this bad boy. Bloop! Destroyed. Wow. Enemy with over 3000 health just deleted out of the building. Just like that. Alright, Malik, now we have to bait the thingy. We wanna bait it. Just like that. Maybe use some of your abilities while we're at it. Come on, now we're gonna stun these ones, because they're gonna go towards the this side, and if they get outside of the range of the sorcerer, we have to kill them naturally. I mean, you can kill them naturally, but it is very hard, and I will not recommend you doing that. You'll be much better off if you just stall them in the range of your good old mage that has insta-kills, or rely on sniper shot from, you know, the musketeer garrison, but I would prefer using that. Also, Malik is level 8, which is very good. Now his level 3 ability will be at max power, which is awesome. Now we are also gonna get something else. We will get a Tesla coil right about here. I know it's a weird spot, but believe me, it's better, because that way we can hit more enemies. And here we're gonna get a tower that's I've already said that you should use more often. It's a musketeer, but we're not gonna get it quite yet because we don't have enough funds. And we need to get the overcharge, because the overcharge is gonna be very helpful. You can also get supercharged bolt on the bottom Tesla coil if you feel terrified of the Rotrums, which is okay. It's not gonna be that, it's not gonna matter too much for your defense, but you wanna avoid getting it for as long as possible. Now here Malik is on critically low health, but you know, we're gonna roll with it. What do we have here? Treants and Husk, Swamp Things and Husk, and some Noxious Couriers. That's pretty easy. Yeah, wave 12 is not very intimidating at all. We just want to make sure that we insta-kill the things. If we insta-kill the Swamp Things, we're good. If we don't, then we're not. Come on. Come on! There it is. Perfect insta-kill. And now we can just start working towards our Musketeer Garrison. I mean, we can get an insta-kill if we want to, but we already have 2 insta-kills. Should be more than enough. Now for this Swamp Thing, look at where it's gonna go. Look at the pattern. He's gonna go on this side, but it doesn't matter because we insta-kill them. Wow, so easy. Yeah, the only problematic wave from the late game is wave 13, because you need quite a decent amount of Tesla coils and some Rats of the Forest in order to survive it, because it's just a crap ton of Rotrums. A crap ton. And you're gonna need your Rain of Fire for sure, otherwise I'm not quite sure if you'll survive it. So yeah, well, while we're at it, let's get Rat of the Forest, as I was saying. And this one will be, I think, right about here, because it's gonna be helpful for the boss. Now, we are gonna group up these guys and obliterate them, because why not? We will have the Rain of Fire back in time, don't worry. I didn't waste it. If you're thinking that, then you haven't played the game enough, man. You haven't played the game enough. Now, here's where I'm gonna get a supercharged bolt, just to make sure that none of the mushrooms are gonna leak. I know they're called Rotrums, but I'm calling them mushrooms occasionally. Sorry for that. Look at that, 16 Rotrums. 16 more Rotrums, total of 32. Here we have 20 more. That's a whopping 52 Rotrums! And here we have even more, and even more, oh my god. We have like 100. Well, not really 100, but close to 100 Rotrums. And that's an insane amount of Rotrums. And we need to be prepared, so let's get some Rat of the Forest action. We're gonna get it right about here. Yeah, here is good. It's not a perfect spot, but, you know, I feel like it's okay. And you also want to spam reinforcements, just spam them like there's no tomorrow. And speaking of no tomorrow, we're gonna get this. Extra barracks. Why not? It could help out. You never know. A little bit of stalling power is all we need. Sure, we're gonna get some husks in return, but I feel like it's worth the sacrifice. Now we're gonna upgrade them, try to keep them alive for as long as possible. And believe me, we're gonna need them also for the boss. I mean, well, maybe not, but, you know, I would like to think that we need them, because it makes me feel better for letting them die to the Rotrums. But as you can see, it's helping us out. They're blocking quite a few Rotrums. So yeah, also Rat of the Forest, I believe, can also reach here on the bottom sub-lane, which is pretty dope. And yeah, we survived, but it was kinda... It wasn't as terrifying as I thought, but, you know, sometimes this wave for some reason just can overwhelm you hard. That's why you want to keep your Rain of Fire on your side all times. Because look at all these Rotrums. You think that we can survive them? Maybe we can, maybe we cannot. That's why you hold on to your Rain of Fire until there's literally no other choice. But we survived it without the Rain of Fire. Wowzers. Now for this wave we just have Noxious Creepers only, which is a joke. And I'm even gonna get this, because why not? And we're gonna get Barbarians. Yeah, we're not going for the good old Paladins today, we're going Barbarians. With the Throwing Axe ability. Because we have our blocker, we have Malik. He has medium armor at this point because he is at level 9. I want to get him up to level 10 soon. So because of that, I'm gonna put him right about here. And we're gonna upgrade the Barbarians to have the Throwing Axe all the way up to maximize their damage output. And you could also get an Elemental if your hero is not good for blocking, like if you're using Illyria for some other reason, or if you're using Magnus, because some people like Magnus and some people may also have him. You can get an Elemental or a set of, what would you call it, Paladins with the Healing Light upgraded. But for the most part, your hero should be good enough in order to tank the boss. Because yes, there is a boss. I think you should be aware of this fact already. Most levels from the post game have bosses. Alright, now this cluster is getting a little bit scary, but just a little bit. I feel like we can handle it though. Should we get a whirlwind just to confirm? Nah, we don't need it. It's unnecessary. It's not necessary, yeah. Now for this wave, what do we have? We have noxious creepers and rockrooms. A joke, alright, not too terrifying. It's the same thing on this side, but here we have 8 rockrooms, and Miconit? Whatever, the big mushroom, that's what we have. I can't pronounce this guy's name, sorry for that. I can try, but I'll butcher it, so yeah. Now what do you want to do for this boss? Actually, not a lot. He's by far one of the easiest bosses in the game, but he has a surprising ability, which we're gonna get into in a minute. We're gonna get an artillery on the back, just in case. And there he is, the big mushrooms. What? Look at himself. What? Bruh, is this supposed to be a boss? Is this supposed to be a boss? But however he can do this, he can poison your guys, which is kind of annoying. Just a little bit annoying. But we can handle it. I mean, look at himself. Malik died, but who cares? But look at this, man. His health is almost dead. He's almost dead. But he has medium movement speed, so that's something that you should be kind of aware of. You know, you don't wanna just die on him, because if you die on him, then yeah, you'll be very dissatisfied with your life. And yeah, this boss is almost dead. He's making some progress, just a little bit of progress, but that's okay. Look at his health. We're not using the Rain of Fire, and you'll see why. Because after he dies, there's something bad that's going to happen. We're gonna wait until he gets pretty close I say. And yeah, when he dies, look at what is gonna happen. Plop, 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 plop. A swarm of mushrooms! Annihilate him with a Rain of Fire! Yeah, this is something that can caught you off guard. And this caught me off guard first when I was playing this boss for the first time. I didn't know that he had this ability, and I lost like half of my lives. So yeah. That's why you want to preserve the Rain of Fire for as long as you can, because if you don't have this ability ready, you may lose to the rockrooms. And the chances are that you probably are. Unless you try to spawn kill him, which you can, but I kinda let Malik die, which, you know, was a mistake on my end, but still. This level has been completed. It is pretty rough though, and it requires a pretty decent amount of micro from yours end. Like, you can follow this strategy up, but I'm not guaranteeing that you're not gonna lose any lives, because it's micro dependent. If you micro your hero properly and you time your abilities the way that you're supposed to, then you can probably win. But you know, you can't copy a strategy 100%. You're gonna copy maybe like 50% of it. Like, you're gonna copy the towers and their abilities, but nah. I don't know. Let's just say that it takes a lot of skill in order to beat this level and all lives lost. And this strategy is just an example, just showing you what decent strategies and which towers work the best for this level. So yeah guys, well, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching, I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future, and while you're at it, drop a like on the video, it means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out.